you see me okay? All right. I'm going to read you your story with your amazing words. And when you hear an amazing word, remember to give me 2 thumbs up or 1 thumb up, however you want to do it. All right. So your amazing words for this week are atmosphere, which is the air around us. Surface, the outside of something. Miniature, which is very small, very tiny. Vast, very large. So miniature, very tiny, and vast, very large are sort of opposites. Landscape, a large area of land, and decision, what happens when a person makes up his or her mind. So here we go. Our story is called One Giant Leap. And when you hear an amazing word like atmosphere, surface, miniature, vast, landscape, and decision, give me thumbs up. Would you like to travel to the moon? Only a handful of people have ever made the trip. The first people to walk on the moon were Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. They made their famous walk on July 20th in 1969. These men were part of a project called Apollo 11. The United States had sent men into space before. However, no one had ever walked around on the moon. The goal of this project was to send men to the moon and get them home safely. The journey began on July 16th in 1969. Aldrin Armstrong and a pilot named Michael Collins lifted into the Earth's atmosphere in a spaceship. The spaceship carried a special craft. This craft would come apart from the main spaceship, and it would carry Aldrin and Armstrong to the moon's surface. 4 days after leaving Earth, the small craft left the main spaceship. Collins stayed in the main spaceship to make sure it stayed safe. He watched the small craft below, however. The craft looked miniature against the moon's vast surface. It finally landed. Soon Armstrong climbed out wearing his spacesuit. He looked at the strange and beautiful landscape. He took a few steps. Then he said these words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Back on Earth, millions of people heard him on radio and television. Soon Aldrin climbed down on the moon's surface, and the men began to explore. They could not walk or move.
Savannah Ford, Lily Madden, Brooke Blackburn, Riley.
Sorry guys, we're going to have some announcements interrupting us today. As always, I'm filming this early. It's our last day before Christmas break. Even though I know you won't be watching this until we come back, we're going to be having some interruptions, so bear with me. All right, so they're on the moon. The men began to explore. They could not walk or move very quickly. Their spacesuits were clumsy, and the ground below them was slippery. They felt light as they walked. There's not gravity on the moon, so when they had to wear special boots to keep them held down when they walked, so they could take like big, giant floating steps. And to me, that would be so much fun. The ground below them was slippery. The men picked up rocks and dirt to bring back home. They took photographs. They even spoke to the President of the United States on a special telephone. Finally, after 2 hours, the men climbed back into their special craft. While they were moving around, however, an accident happened. One of the men broke a part of an important machine. This machine was supposed to help them lift off from the moon and return to Earth, and now it did not work. Oh, that could have been bad. For a moment, the men feared they would be stuck. Thankfully, they worked together. They made a decision about how to fix the problem. They used a simple pin to fix the machine and lift off. Oh, excuse me. Back in the main spaceship, the 3 men spoke again to people at home. Collins thanked everyone who'd built the spaceship, prepared them for their trip, and given them advice in space. He said that without these people, the journey would not have been possible. Finally, on July 24th, the men landed safely back on Earth. People all over the world cheered for Aldrin, Armstrong, and Collins and for their exciting, important trip. The end.